Pumped up by the speed freaks at Mercedes-AMG, the mild-mannered CLE class coupe and convertible are transformed into the muscle-bound CLE53. A 443-horsepower turbocharged 3.0-liter inline-six is implanted under the hood and assisted by a 48-volt hybrid system. The power goes to a 9-speed automatic and all-wheel drive. Performance is punchy. We estimate a 3.8-second 60 miles per hour time for the coupe, and the chassis is tuned for fun on twisty roads. An adaptive damper system provides the driver a chance to dial in the right amount of comfort or body control, depending on the moment's driving needs, and a rear-wheel steering system sharpens directional changes. Visually, the CLE53 adopts racier styling elements than its Benz-branded counterpart, but still looks appropriately upscale. Inside, the cabin is outfitted in high-end materials and is home to competitive tech, but the infotainment system isn't always as intuitive as we'd like and requires some learning time to find and use all of its features. Even so, the CLE53 is a more up-to-date performance two-door than its rivals, which include the Audi S5 and the BMW M440i. A convertible variant joins the lineup for 2025. The CLE53 Cabriolet is powered by the same 443-horsepower turbocharged inline-six as the coupe that launched in 2024, but the convertible swaps the coupe's hardtop body style for a multi-layer soft top that can retract and stow under a pop-up tonneau cover in roughly 20 seconds. The suspension settings for the CLE53 Cabriolet are slightly softer than the coupe, but adaptive dampers and rear-wheel steering are still present here. Inside, the convertible features a power-operated wind deflector, neck warmers for the front seat occupants, and an 11.9-inch infotainment touchscreen that can be tilted fore and aft to help reduce sun glare on the screen when the top is open. Like the Benz-branded CLE450, the CLE53 comes with a turbocharged 3.0-liter inline-six that's assisted by a 48-volt hybrid system. But here this powertrain is tuned up from 375 horsepower to 443 with an increase in turbo boost pressure and reworked engine internals. A 9-speed automatic transmission and all-wheel drive are both standard. AMG has also massaged the CLE's adaptive suspension system, giving it a more performance-oriented setup with increasingly aggressive tunes preset for the Sport and Sport Plus driving modes. We enjoyed the CLE53's responsive steering and sharp handling. The ride is about as firm as you'd expect from an AMG model, but there is a comfort mode that softens things a bit. Mercedes-AMG says that the CLE53 coupe is good for a 4.0-second run to 60 miles per hour. The claim is 4.1 seconds for the Cabriolet. We think it'll be quicker given how strong this powertrain felt during our initial test drive. An 11.9-inch infotainment display stretches from the center console up to a pod of 3 air vents atop the dashboard, giving Mercedes' latest MBUX software center stage. A separate 12.3-inch display is nestled ahead of the steering wheel containing the CLE53's digital gauges. You can use the touchscreen to interact with the infotainment system, or you can use touch-sensitive controls on the steering wheel to do the same. The steering wheel buttons are confusing, though, and they can be a distraction until you're used to their operation. Luckily, the system also responds to voice commands, so if you get stuck and can't figure something out, you can say, "Hey Mercedes," to get the system's attention. This latest version of MBUX includes native apps for TikTok, Angry Birds, WebEx, and Zoom. Music services, including Apple Music, Spotify, and Tidal, are baked in as well. Apple CarPlay and Android Auto are also standard.